Hello everyone, welcome back to Pretty Little Garden. In today's video, I'm going to be walking around my mother-in-law's garden. She was gracious enough to let me take a look at her garden, right? And take a walk and talk.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, talk about all the different plants. I've always admired her garden, and I, have loved all the things she's done over the years with her containers and just all the beautiful trees and shrubs that she has in her yard. You have a very large lot. I would say, is it over an acre?
A little bit over an acre.
A little bit over an acre, and they've lived here for
35 years.
35 years. It's a very mature piece of property in terms of trees and shrubs, but she has made changes over the years with different things that you've taken out, if something doesn't work. So my mother-in-law, her name is Tina. Our children call her TT, so she's also known as Grandma T. And she is not going to be on video today, and that's totally fine. Everyone has, the right to be on video or not be on video, but she was gracious enough to want to walk around with me and just talk about some of the beautiful things in her garden. So let's get started. Now in the front here, you have several river birch trees.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what do you have underneath the river birch trees? Is that Pachysandra?
That's Pachysandra.
I'm just gonna.
You start with small plants, and they just connect through the years.
Yeah.
And it's just an easy way to cover a piece of property that is difficult to grow flowers in.
Yep. And was this difficult for you to grow flowers down here?
Yes.
You grow daffodils though, don't you?
Daffodils we do have
in the springtime.
Tulips.
Yep.
And we also have the small lilies.
But
now they are
kind of out of bloom right now.
Out of bloom,
right?
Yes.
What did you plant up front here? Do you remember?
Well,
are those mums?
That's a little bit of old mums.
Oh wow. Okay. Right. Sometimes mums come back, and sometimes they don't. Right. Those are actually really pretty.
Did not come though back as full as I wish they had.
Well, you usually get a few things every year too.
Mm-hmm. I believe the problem is we have a lot of clay in our dirt. And so that's why it's difficult. And we also stayed with the Pachysandra because the river birch does drop a lot of small branches throughout the year.
Okay, it's starting to rain on us, isn't it? For you, is this a rhododendron? Maybe.
No. This is euonymus, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not recognizing
I've had this here for 35 years.
Wow.
Again, this is also
I know that
a dogwood.
That's a dogwood. We have this
and one. At one time it was shorter, but we've just let it grow taller.
Yeah.
And at one time also around these bushes, I would plant the impatiens.
Oh, that would.
But at our age, it gets more difficult.
Yeah. No. You do what suits you best, right?
I mean, it's a large curve.
I know this is. Now, you've never replaced these shrubs here,
No.
These were the original?
No. Yes.
Wow, they really, and do you trim them down every year?
Oh, yes. Dan trims
them. He gives them a nice...
Everything here is pretty much trimmed.
Yeah.
Not the Pachysandra or anything like that, but not turned red.
Oh, this one here?
This one here, this
big,
large one.
A burning bush?
Yeah, but it never turns red.
Red.
And it is very big.
It's very big, and I would think it's in enough sun in order for it to turn red. That's interesting.
It doesn't, though.
Did it ever?
Never. Yes, I think.
Okay, so wow, you have something kind of growing.
That's a euonymus also.
That is, and you're probably are right. That is a euonymus because I have a couple euonymus that are variegated that do the same thing.
Yes, that's why I'm saying I believe they come in there's different types.
Yep. And then does Dad cut that down?
Trims it.
Every year too, and it grows back.
Now, in this Pachysandra,
This
we
is all
had a
Pachysandra too.
beautiful tree
Oh yeah, what'd you
that
have?
blooms pink flowers and is very airy looking. It comes more in the spring, and you actually see them even in fields. And they're beautiful. They're beautiful.
I wonder if it was a redbud tree.
It died, and so we still has a little bit of the stump there.
Oh, Where is
And
it? Then there's some. And over this way, you've got some yews. They've grown together over the years. I find that these are very slow growing. And it looks like you have some holly over there.
Yes.
Let me just come around and we'll take a look at your holly.
We have two types of holly, and I can't tell you which are,
they're beautiful.
What are the names. But one of the berries is not poisonous, and one of the berries are.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I've always kept my grandchildren away from
the holly. Oh, they're beautiful. So you have, looks like you have maybe a few, 1, 2, 3 big ones in here. And look at the size of the birch tree. Oh my goodness. So that's how big our birch trees are going to get. They really do get huge. Do you have them trimmed?
No, the sticks just fall.
They just fall. But wow, the size of the base of that trunk.
The only time we've gotten a little bit larger limbs down is if there has been a very windy, stormy day.
Should we go around? Do you want to go this way? Yeah. We're not used to going around this way, right?
This is another type of
another type of holly.
Holly.
Do you remember you had a few different kinds?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because it looks like some of them have berries, some don't.
And see, some of them look orangish more. See, they go all the way down here.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, we planted 2 different ones, but they've been here since 35 years ago.
For 35 years. So what was this that?
I can't tell you.
Wow, they're humongous.
In fact, I didn't ask Dan if the flowers bloomed yet. And I see that they didn't come up this year. That's okay.
It's real-time gardening, right?
But I started with a plant that was about 6 inches tall.
I'm going to bring it down and just take a look at it, because I don't know what it is. It looks like it's got some powdery mildew right now.
Maybe it died, yeah.
But that's okay. I mean, it looks like it's a little too thin to be a sunflower.
No.
It wasn't a sunflower.
I think it was a yellow flower that a farmer had along his fence, and I liked it. And I told him, and he brought me a very small 6-inch plant. And from that 6-inch plant, this is what we got.
No kidding. So how long ago was that?
That was about, I would say, 10 years ago.
Okay. Well, maybe we can catch it next year, right? They're awfully tall, though. Were you surprised how tall they grew?
Yes. Yes. They need to be cut down. And these are hostas that I don't think they're in the right place. I think they're big, but I think maybe well,
they like shade, right?
No, I didn't realize that. I thought hostas like sun. I really did. A sunshade.
There are some hostas that are more tolerant of the sun, but they're definitely a shade plant. Okay. So you probably have them in the right spot, but it looks like something might be munching on them. Oh. Like a little bug or something. But this time of year, that's just what happens, right? That's just what happens. And look at, you've got your yew here, that's your yew hedge that continues around.
Okay,
with some
dying on
Pachysandra.
this side. But again, this is all 35 years old.
Yeah.
The Pachysandra was started in patches. So it has now totally connected.
Yes.
And my husband this year had everything edged. Usually he liked to do it himself.
Oh my gosh, I know he worked outside for years.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it is nice to have a little help too. And we're rounding the corner here.
We're getting the morning noon sun.
Oh, beautiful.
Now, these have died off, but I believe they're in the spring. The hanging hearts.
Oh, the bleeding hearts.
Bleeding hearts.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
They are actually a small amount will come up sometimes. Other times I get this whole area. They're unpredictable. Yes.
They like shade too.
Yeah. And they're my daughter's, the baby of the family.
Oh, Kate's
favorite.
I didn't know this was Kate's favorite. The bleeding heart?
Favorite heart, yeah.
Aw.
Favorite flower.
Really?
Bleeding heart. And this Blessed Mother was given to me by my husband's parents.
Oh, really?
But I can't tell you how old it is. I can't tell you how old it is.
Oh, it's been there a long time. Watching over, right? The Blessed Mother. That's beautiful.
This tree gets beautiful pink flowers in the spring that last quite a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And the nice thing about it is that it only gets these berries, which many of them will turn red.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be there for a long time. But when it comes time, over a 2-day period, they're gone. The birds come and eat them.
They come and they really come through.
They fall on.
They're just ornamental. Right?
Yeah.
Nice and
but they're beautiful. I used to cut them when they flower. I used to cut roses, and I had them.
I remember
at one time, and made beautiful arrangements.
Aw, you would make some for just the inside of your home.
Yes.
And
yes.
Yeah, I love that. Is this a lilac?
This is a lilac. There's 2 or 3 here.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent away for them. And they came and they were about only 6 inches to 8 inches tall. And my husband wasn't real happy because he said they are never going to grow. They are a lilac tree that blooms twice.
Okay.
And they most likely, it's June and August. So as you can see, the second ones are dying off.
Yeah.
And like I said, these will be trimmed now because the blooms are dead. But this is, like I said, from 2 or 3 plants that were 6 to 8 inches tall. And I was able to say to my husband, look at my
look at my lilacs.
Bush. And I enjoy them because they're outside my kitchen window where I do dishes.
Yeah.
So I get to see them. And I love lilacs.
You can see how the blooms just kind of drift up into your window, into your eyesight there.
They're smaller than the regular lilac bushes.
Okay.
But they do smell. They smell.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
As you can see, we have a lot of Pachysandra because, again, it is a wonderful ground cover in our soil.
Yep.
And over here, below the kitchen, we had some bushes. I don't remember what kind.
I know, I don't remember.
These are low hydrangeas, which actually are starting to turn pink.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
And you can see at the end there where they're more pink.
Yeah,
they
oh my goodness.
Start off, and this one is actually
a newer bloom
going white. And so they really do. I believe my daughter has some that turn even some blue in them. And I just love them.
Oh,
and I have
beautiful.
been meaning to clip some because I do dry them out and use them in arrangements, dried out flower arrangements.
Do you wait until a certain point?
No, I really wish I've done it already, but
I was thinking the same thing about mine, actually, that I want to get out there and clip some of them. I've kind of waited a little long.
I feel they're kind of at a peak.
Yes, I think when they start to feel a little bit papery is when they're good. And you've got some marigolds.
Just for color.
Yeah, some beautiful marigolds down there. And, oh, you've got some pansies. I love pansies.
They were beautiful.
Yeah.
Something happened with them.
It's okay.
Yes, they were, because they had...
Were they nice and full?
Yes. They had the purple and the purple blue and the orange and the yellow in both of them. And they were... yes, they were full. And as you can see, some of the hydrangeas become very big.
Oh my gosh, I know. Like, look at the size of this. Massive, right? That's my hand here. Pretty big. And then you've got a hanging basket with some impatiens.
Those are
Did you have that hanging somewhere, or just...
shade impatiens? No, I
just had it.
I just put them there for just some color by my laundry room door. Actually, I had them on the step just to add a little color, but
this is
a
beautiful.
number of different. I always put.
Look at the colors.
Again, this is the shade impatiens, and I believe
begonias.
These are
they're Riger begonias, because I have the same. That's like the carnival orange one.
I love this color.
I do too. I have that on my back patio. We thought the same this year for that one.
But again, I also love those colors.
Yeah. No, they're beautiful, nice and bright and happy, and they're still, you can tell they're going to be here for a while.
Yeah.
You know.
I tried to take one inside one year, but it didn't. It didn't. I thought maybe because they were shade, they would last, but they didn't.
Well, I know you've always loved gardening.
I love flowers.
Love flowers. Yeah. Yes.
Gardening.
So yeah, not as
for
much.
me now. Back.
Yeah.
When I was younger, yes.
Well, I just sort of remember when Doug and I first got married. I mean, I was getting excited about it too, but your excitement when, summer would come and...
Oh, yes. I'd start beginning, I'd have pictures of what flowers I liked from the year before.
Ideas.
And I would go, oh gosh, some years I went to 3 different nurseries.
I remember that.
To get different types of flowers. And I tried to also get flowers that bloomed the year before very well. Because now when you're going to look at my pot, the afternoon sun, they get more of the morning sun, and then until about 2-ish.
Your pots on the back patio? Yeah. Yeah, no. Can we look at your pots on the back patio? Yeah, okay. Because I know you weren't...
And it totally knocked over all of these pots.
Yes.
Which are extremely heavy.
Yes.
And so we had a lot of damage done.
Yeah, from the storm.
So we did.
And it was when you guys were away, so it was hard to recover from that.
That we could. I try to put a lot of different color into them.
Yeah, I know.
And
well, you know what? What's growing out of the top is what I ended up using too. Is that they're called the umbrella grass, or the baby tut, or queen tut, or prince tut, whatever tut you chose. I did baby tut. Yours look a little bigger than mine, so you might have the next one up.
I feel that I won't do them again.
Yeah.
I feel they take, for these size pots, too much.
Yep, I agree.
You would use them maybe with 1 or 2 flowers.
Yes, I had actually, sometimes it's interesting how we have the same choices. because I chose this one and we didn't talk about it. And I planted this guy here.
Those are called
Sedona Sunset.
Okay, and there's so many colors.
There are.
Sometimes I pick a different color, but that is a nice color.
Yeah, and I noticed you have some lantana.
Well, there are some, those are sun impatiens.
Oh, those are the sun patients?
Sun impatiens.
Okay.
The pink ones, I don't know.
Yeah.
The purple ones on the side there
this one
usually grow like there's flowers all the way down.
Yep, those are Hydrangeas.
They didn't.
Romance mulberry.
They really didn't do well.
Yeah.
I had a number of them die on me.
Let's see what you have going on over here. Some more marigolds and pansies, and it looks like you have some Nemesia in there. Maybe some verbena and also some romance mulberry there as well. Such a nice combination.
I don't know what the orange flower.
I know, I was looking. Let's take a look and see if I can figure that out. I'm not sure what that one is either. If anybody knows, I don't know if that's a type of marigold. It's sort of like just on its own. Maybe it reseeded from something else. It's not a
marigold, no.
Not a marigold.
Like I said, a lot of them died. And if you notice, I do, like I have the blues and the golds.
Yes.
And pinks. And like here, a few of the violas stayed, and they were a peach and a purple. And then a purple again. And again, some of these died.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I always love these flowers here.
Which ones are they? Oh.
They usually bloom so well for me. I mean, I usually get a hanging.
Okay. I wonder if those are verbena. They don't look like verbena maybe, though. I'm not sure.
I am wondering because I like them.
Yeah.
I'm wondering. These are, again, the sun impatiens.
Yep.
And
this is the romance mulberry. I forget the name of this one, but I bet you people who are watching will know.
And again, I feel like they usually give a cascading.
More of a cascading.
Yes,
I know sometimes.
Especially during the summer.
Uh-huh.
Now you might think, well, because it's September that they're dying off. But even in our summer, they just, especially after the storm, they just didn't do well at all.
Sometimes it's like those things are out of our control, and it can be a little frustrating too, right? But they're beautiful.
Like I said, I try, and this year again, I need something that grows much narrower. What is the suggestion you gave me, Jen, with the purple feathery tops?
Oh, the purple fountain grass? Yeah, you usually like those.
That usually grows. That's usually better.
They do well,
and one year, I bought a tall flowering plant.
Okay.
That didn't take up that much room.
Okay.
And that worked well.
And that did good too.
And as you can see, I like to pack my flowers.
Yes, that's the Sedona Sunset.
And that did well.
Yeah, that did do good. That was okay in sun or
shade.
This
was something new that didn't do good.
Yeah.
But it was beautiful. It was a huge pink flower.
It looks like it's got a fuzzy quality.
But it was beautiful because it was very large. And again, I think it would have bloomed because it was doing okay.
Yeah.
And then this is what happened.
Yeah, I want to say I've seen that like even in the grocery store, like in flower arrangements or something. That's a very unique
flower. It was
flower.
very pretty. It was very
it looks
pretty.
Beautiful.
And then these are all the same other than the marigolds. And you're going to have to find out what they are because initially I just planted. I knew about these, but then my husband also bought these too.
Yeah, I feel like I should know what that is.
Flower.
Is it vinca?
Yes.
Is that vinca? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
You know what it is?
Say Vilia, and
I always buy vinca vine, but I never buy the flowering vinca.
Oh,
but it's beautiful.
But I don't know why the leaves turned yellow. They turned yellow kind of soon, and I don't know because we had a lot of sun, and I didn't feel they were overwatered, which usually means
that could happen.
That can happen, yes.
I love those. This is your backyard, and you have quite a large backyard, right? And over the years, well, it used to be all wooded. And then I feel like when our boys were born, Dad started to clear out the back.
In one summer, he just cleared out the whole back. That's all it was what you see behind the grass. And he worked long and hard to clear that out. And as you'll see, we have a bridge that goes over, actually, we call it a little stream, but it's actually a drainage ditch.
I'm just going to take a quick little shot. And this is where the kids played, and we have a zip line back there and a swing, and there's the little bridge she's talking about. Oh boy, we had lots of fun in this backyard. My boys are a little bit too big now for the zip line, but boy did we enjoy. Spent many a fun afternoon, summer day in this backyard. Yeah. All right, so I'm just coming around here to your beautiful patio. I love the orange and the turquoise that you have going on with the furniture and the benches and it's just such a nice pop of color.
We were going to do black or the color of the chairs, but my daughter, who is a graduate with a business degree in fashion design, said, "Oh no, Mom, you have to put something that pops,
a little more color."
And she was the one who suggested the orange.
Well, Kate,
and I'm very happy that
she has a
it.
good eye for that, for sure. And so you just have a couple little pots here. Another little marigold and some more vinca with marigolds, and verbena is, I think, this other one. Really beautiful. I'll wave to myself.
The little pots were full at one time.
Yes, I know. And it's just the time of the year, right? But you know what? It was really when we came a couple weeks ago for Labor Day. That's when I was like, oh my goodness, I haven't been here in a while. And this, honestly, it was this Rose of Sharon that really caught my eye, that I was like, oh, it was breathtaking. So I want to take a closer look at that. But here, this is more Pachysandra, right?
Yes.
And this is Spirea. And I love Spirea too. I love how the leaves change shade and
in the spring they were orange. I was almost hoping that they stayed that color. Yeah, because they were orange.
Yes. This might be I don't know, do you know what type, what's the name of it? Okay, there's all different types. Could be gold flame, I'm not sure, but it's beautiful, beautiful. And I feel like this garden bed has changed over the years. You used to have all different kinds of, I think, more annuals in this bed. And I think it's slowly transitioned. You used to have mulch, right? Now you have this beautiful white stone that is really nice. It does pop.
Which I love.
Yeah, it really is beautiful. And I think you have, is it lamium back here?
In the spring, that really is a carpet of purple flowers, those two.
Yeah.
So I believe they probably are the same type, but just different color.
Okay, so
because they have the same leaf, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like lamium. And then, I don't know, is that Pachysandra towards the back?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And then I do see some vinca vine. I remember you always had some vinca vine kind of popping in.
Yes, and my husband would cut it back because it just went wild.
Yep, that one can kind of spread. And And look at this beautiful, oh my goodness, Rose of Sharon. I mean, the bloom on that's beautiful. You can tell it is so happy in this spot. Now, how many years old would you say this one is?
These are probably about 5 years old.
Okay, 5 years old. It definitely likes this spot. There's a little bee getting cozy. And then it looks like you have some garden phlox. Is that correct?
That spread beautifully last year, and we thought they'd continue to spread, which half of them died. I believe those are the same type, and those we just planted
this year.
And I'm hoping that
you wanted to continue on with the phlox. Yeah.
Yeah, we have 3 of those bushes, and so I'm hoping they continue to spread.
Yeah, and some more down there. Oh boy. But do you love this Rose of Sharon?
I love it. When I drive up, and these are all in bloom, the white wall.
Yes.
Colors.
Right.
I like the fact that they're all white.
It gives a sense of calm, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, I just, and they're pretty neat. You can pick up the flowers when they drop.
Yeah.
And so they're pretty, they're a neat a bush. And they've just have been blooming for quite a while now.
So I'm guessing you have, let's see, 1, 2, it looks like you have 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 6 in there.
I think so. I think initially we had 4.
Yeah.
And then we added 2 more. And I think you can tell because the 2 last ones
are just a tad smaller, but they're catching up. Mm-hmm. And then you got a burning bush on the end here. Does this one turn red for you? It looks like the top is kind of trying.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Just like now you can see a little bit of the red.
Right. Ours used to turn fire engine red, like at our old house.
I just wonder again.
Now this bed is gorgeous as well. Just beautiful.
Those are 3 Rose of Sharon bushes that we got at the same time as the white ones. And they're different colors.
All 3 of them are.
You can see one is kind of pink.
Oh, yeah.
One is, well, I actually should say rose. The first one is rose. I think you would say the second one is pink. And the third one has kind of more of a deeper violet color to it.
Yeah, like a lilac. Really pretty. And then you have that underplanted. Now, this is the hydrangea you said didn't bloom, but
no.
Oh my gosh, they look so healthy.
They do, and they usually bloom. I usually get big balls of hydrangeas, and this year we had nothing. And this gets all the way to the 3 o'clock sun. Yeah. So they're in the sun. Yeah. They're in the sun.
I think for whatever reason, even though you said you've clipped them in the past, I think these bloom on old wood, and you probably, if they were pruned in the fall, you probably accidentally clipped the blooms off for next season. The only thing I can think of.
When do you clip them?
You can clip them. Don't clip in the fall, but actually these hydrangeas, like I would say, they don't need even to be pruned. But if you do want to prune them, after they start to bud up and bloom, right, in the spring, you can go in and kind of clip down the dead stuff, because like once you see the new stuff kind of growing up, you'll look in and see, oh, okay, that's dead, and then you can go and clip that stuff down.
Yeah.
Do you keep your tags for the plants? Just
some of them.
Yeah,
some of them.
I'd be interested to see what kind of hydrangea this is, but your impatiens look beautiful too.
They are the sun impatiens.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And they start off quite small. And they did quite well, I thought. They're a little droopy now, but they really added a lot of color when I drove up, with the white on the one side and the color on the other side.
Yeah, they're beautiful. And then you have like a little bit of a don't know what this one is. Is this a
flower? Is there one there?
Yeah, there's one that's kind of trying to come through.
Yeah. And again, I don't know if we don't treat them the right way, if we
they might not be getting enough sun.
Trim them.
Yeah.
Too much. A little bit more.
I gotcha. And then I was just going to look at this beautiful bed, this last one over here, which is absolutely stunning. Now this is another bed that has changed over the years, hasn't it?
This is where I had my rose garden, and I always wanted one. And I tried.
I remember you talking about that.
Every year we had to buy new ones. Then my husband said no more.
No more roses.
And the reason we feel is because they got enough sun. It was the wind.
Oh.
And we tried to put canvas over them and different things, and they just didn't last.
Yeah, it was a vulnerable area for them.
Very. So the Russian sage has done very, very well.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And the ones that we have at the bottom, I believe you will notice that there is a couple of different ones. But right now, these are a little pink flower.
Yeah,
is budding.
I think is it autumn joy sedum, or it's a type of sedum, and they're beautiful. Stone crop sedum. But the pollinators really like your Russian sage.
Definitely.
I see all the little bees. Let's see if we can get this little guy. Beautiful. Well, thank you for sharing your garden with me today.
Oh, you're welcome, John. I enjoyed sharing it.
I
just want to say again, like Jen said, when I drive up, I see now the white, the color of the other Rose of Sharons, then the different colors of the impatiens, and also the purple and the violet, I should say, in the deep purple. So it is a wonderful.
How does it make you feel? Like
it just is. I love my piece of property. We have, like you saw, a big piece, and I love it. And we built it ourselves, and did a lot of changes, and my husband was always the one who did everything, and now it's a little bit harder, but he cuts the grass because it has to be cut a certain way.
I remember that.
And but he does get help. I think it's precious to all my kids and grandchildren, because we have made use of our house and our property.
We have so many wonderful memories.
And so many kids over, and just
wonderful memories of just backyard barbecues and playing.
Friends coming over and
playing baseball in the back, kickball in the back, sprinklers in the back, zip line, all of those beautiful memories, that we cherish. And I know when I came over last week, I thought it just brought back a lot of memories, just being in the backyard and sitting together, and the boys over. And
it's harder and harder to get everybody together because there are a number of things that are always going on with all my grandchildren. Yes. Now that they're older, they're going in everybody's
it's hard to keep up with everybody
in all different directions. So I finally did get the family together.
Yeah, which we appreciate.
Which was wonderful.
Yeah, a blessing. Right?
Yes, a blessing. I'm very my family around me and all my grandchildren, and that is a blessing that is so. It's so.
Can't even put it into words.
It's so wonderful. It's a beautiful blessing. It is. It is a blessing from God. It is a blessing from God.
Yeah.
It's a true blessing.
And I really think that you know, the love and the care and the tenderness you put into your garden is just, it's a reflection of your love and care and tenderness, you know, that you have shown to our whole family over the years.
Thank you, Jen.
So thank you.